Brother Rodney. Greetings. We are here at Promised Land. Brother Rodney gonna sit right over there. I'm trying to get him in. I thought he might be sitting right here. That's why I position. But since he, so I guess what's gonna happen? Cause I was trying to do this stuff. All right. Oh, sorry, what I did. So I forgot I had left the mic on this phone right here, but y'all can hear me. We say welcome to another edition of Ron Talbot. We're here at Promised Land Farm. We got Brother Rodney in the house. Brother Rodney got Chris in the house. Glad to be here. And Uncle Bob is going to change because we just been out here in the fields, and so now we're going to let him now share with you all and also let them discuss about farming. Why is that important for us? Why is that necessary for us? What are we doing with regard to our community? And especially since some of us are in cities, what about urban farming? And so, and Uncle Bob, you the feature guest, so wherever you want to sit. So, all right. Bob sit on the step. So I just want to make sure the producer, Mr. Producer, can you hear us? Uncle Bob, can you say something? Uncle Bob, can you say something?
Mr. Hall, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the Promised Land.
So, Mr. Producer, just give us a message. Just let us know if you can hear. Just say, yeah, you can hear. We just trying to make sure, Mr. Producer. We're not inside the lab. Mr. Producer, have you left us? We just want to make sure.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, can you hear Uncle Bob?
Yeah, I hear y'all good.
Yeah, what we just say, give us a thumbs. I give you do something. Uncle Bob just say, hey to you, Mr. Hall, but just ignore him now, Uncle Bob. So again,
Mr. Hall, sir.
Welcome. I would tell you if there's a problem.
Good to have you.
All right, y'all have a good show. Hey, Uncle Bob.
So, Uncle Bob, what is Promised Land Farm?
It's a small farm on the outskirts of Savannah, called Promised Land. 40 acres without the mule. We plant collard greens out here, corn, watermelons, okra, squash, tomatoes. We have a good time farming.
So, what made you get into farming?
Farming is one of the most important occupations you can have here, because without a farm, there's no life. Without a farm, Paul said in the Bible, the man don't work, he don't eat, So everything we got is coming from the farm. So that's why the farm is important to me. Because without a farm, a lot of people go hungry.
And so you all do something here. Oh, excuse me, no. Uncle Bob, when you're farming, you say you have a model for farmers. What's the farmer for models, or what's the belief that you have for farming with regards to, like, because I had asked you a question, making sure that the deer don't eat up none of my peas and my cucumbers that I got from Rodney, who we're going to be talking to also. So what do you say when I say I got concerned about the deers?
All farmers, beware to share. Plan enough for the deer is my prayer.
And why is that? Why do you have that belief, Uncle Bob?
Because God, all God's little creatures got to eat. If you don't plan enough for the deer, animals, you have enough for yourself. It's important that you plan over enough because everything got to eat. And without them, the universe wouldn't be complete. Every animal, every fish, everything got to eat. So farming to me, more than important.
Okay. Yeah, we know they're going to kick in. So, also, other thing tied to this also, Bob, is this. And there's someone, it's not just you thinking of Promised Land. Who else comprised Promised Land?
Well, actually, the whole Monty area, but especially me and my brother. Me and my brother started this farm back in 1989 when I retired from the military. It was lucky land that we was able to purchase here. And why we named Promised Land because General Sherman came to this area. He promised 40 acres and a mule to the people. So we were able to purchase 33 acres of property here. And so for that reason, we named the Promised Land Farm. Me and my brother is the sole owners of the Promised Land Farm. We started quite a few years ago.
And we saw Uncle Bill earlier. Then we thought he would be coming back over. And so, and you have some other people who help you and assist you here on the farm. Or some, oh, excuse me, no, let me back up on this. And you have a program here called Rent a Row. What is that about? Rent a Row.
Rent a Row. But Rent a Row is something that I found out that you have to come and learn to grow your own. So we got our land, which is rent a row. It's $20 a row, and you rent it. Everything you go on that road, you carry it home with you. You rent it for $20 a month, and you don't have to share a farm. You carry it home, do whatever you want with it. But it's $20 a month.
Right. And so they can plant whatever, as long as it's legal, they can plant whatever.
Legal stuff. Legal.
Yes, sir.
No underhanded stuff. No left-handed stuff.
Yes, sir.
You don't have the poker who come in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And there's someone who's been a part of this effort that you've been doing here at Promised Land. And I'm going to ask, who is this young man right here? Who is that young man right there?
That's Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, he's a great friend of mine. How he found out by the farm, I can drive by, and he came in and introduced himself. And he's been here more like a brother. He's been helping me do everything on the farm. He's learning to be a farmer, and he's a great farmer. He's learned plant stuff behind his house, in the farm, and he's a great help here. This was Parker. His family here all come down here.
I appreciate that. You know, I call you uncle. It's not as much a brotherhood as far as like an uncle. You know, shit. I'm kind of like I'm an apprentice, and you always say you in training, but I feel like you probably do more training than you saying you in training. So, like Uncle Bob said, I came out here. I was driving home, from work one day, and I wanted a watermelon. So I saw it was like watermelon sign, so I stopped over, and instantly we kind of, developed this connectivity. I've always had like a little, backyard patch, a little, garden area. I was always growing, always been growing something, something to consume. So we had that connection. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come back out here, and started, bringing my family, and we was able to connect like some homeschool groups, and they've been involved out here. And it's really been like a community effort. So I just been very appreciative, of for an elder being able to give me an opportunity, like this to try my hand. I think all of us, a lot of us have those, it's tied into our genes, that ability to be able to farm. So I think it's up to us. It's kind of our responsibility to be able to, perform those things, for nothing else but just our ancestors that did it.
Okay. And so, what is the thing that you're most proud of, Rodney, with regards to here?
Most proud of,
Or the things that you're proud of? Maybe that's not just one. Yeah.
just like the connectivity, like a real like family feel out here. You know, being somebody that came from Maryland. I'm originally from Maryland. You know, my wife from South America, so we don't really have a lot of just immediate family here. So being able to have that connectivity with the Johnsons really been that like void, feeling that void of like family, kinship. So it's been good. Like as my parents, when they come down here or my family visit, they always make sure that they come to Promise Back home. So it's always that connection. And I'm always talking about Uncle Bob, Uncle Bill, whole family here. So make sure I have that connection.
Do he be working you, Rodney? Do he be working you?
Yeah. But I mean, I do it in love. I know it's for the betterment. I know it's for the betterment. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it every day. I learn something good. In the past 3 years, I've probably been coming back around here for probably like the past 3 years. And in those years, if I look at the stuff I thought I knew about farming or just agriculture in general, like the culture of agriculture, in general, he's him, Uncle Bill, Uncle Bob, they taught a whole bunch. So I'm appreciative. My family appreciates it.
See, Rodney got to be all nice. He got to be all nice.
Oh, real.
Let me tell you what happened to Jamal. Jamal just came out to get some seed. Jamal can't just get some seed on a Friday. Jamal, see, you already talking about, no. Jamal just can't get some seed. They say,
Doc put in work. I was surprised. Doc was putting in work.
Then they say, you going to help Uncle Bob? You going to help Uncle Bob with the peas? I was like, I just can't get some seed.
Yeah, no, he picked the planter up and he was gone.
Because I was told to do it by Uncle Bob. And so that's why I had to go. And then let me go and get to it. And then Becca, I had to represent because I did not need Rodney's daughter, Becca, trying to handle me.
Yeah, she was overseeing. I think that was Ray. That was my even younger one.
Yeah, the younger one. And Becca said, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, they're like, they said, get some more. So yeah. So Uncle Bob, what is the joy that you get when you see younger people out here engaging in farming?
See, me, many years ago, when I was a child, I hated farming. Now I see that now that I know about farming, and want to bring those young people in where they can learn to love farming right from the young youth up. Farming is not a dirty job. Farming is something everybody should know. And the Bible said, train a child up any way he should go. When he get old, he will not depart from it. I think farming is better than stealing. I think farming is better than doing dope. Farming is putting something on the table. Farming, they got to build a life for your family, some solid background. You learn the dirt roots. You learn where you came from, and you can't hard time a farmer. Farmer won't go hungry. Is that right? So farming is what everybody should know. Everybody should know how to farm.
And with regards to farming, it's also a business that can happen for people too.
Yep, and so
That's right. And that when you talk about people, some of their hustles, getting their hustle on that farming, if you're growing stuff, and you get that product, you get that produce, you can now go and sell.
Yep.
And that's the wonderful thing about it. That's so again a business.
Yes, never a business within itself. If all things start with just some seed. Farming is very important. So everybody should be what a farmer. Farmer first.
You turn into a business person, you turn into a scientist, you gotta know something about science, you gotta know something about chemistry, geology, you gotta know something about the dirt, so I mean it's multidisciplinary.
And I like to say this, there is anybody above the farm. A doctor have to come to the farm. The lawyer have to come to the farm. Fire chief, everybody have to come to the farm, whether it's through the grocery store or the business. But farming with your grassroots, without the farming, you just wouldn't survive. Everybody needs to be a farmer and know something about a farm. Very important.
Yes, sir. And because of me, because y'all know I've been talking about the watermelons. Guess what? When the watermelons come up, I plan on I had thought about giving them away, being like Uncle Bob, and like give it, tell y'all just come pick some watermelons and stuff like that. I might be not the patch that we just did for him, but come get some of my one. But then I thought about it, I said, you know what? I might let Quasi, my mama, them get a couple. You heard me say a couple, but the rest of us, I saying I can go and sell them. I can sell them. So that's what I'm saying, Uncle Bob. I might not be like you. I might have to go and sell, and I'm gonna monitor deers also. So that's why I got to throw this out here and saying that. So Rodney's out here, his family out here, Uncle Bob is out here, Uncle Bill is out here, the family's out here. But what about that person who's sitting looking at Ron Tell that right now? They're going to say, I don't have the capacity or the ability to farm. I don't have the ability to do that. You know, y'all, that's something special. I don't have that. What do you say to that person who's looking at this right now, who think that they don't have the ability to farm? Because they just got their backyard, something like that. Or they just got, you know, a little lot.
It ain't no excuse for me, because I done been in situations where I had a little lot. I done been in all them situations. In all them situations, I still do something, you know? So, I mean, I've been in situations where I ain't had no capital. I still do something. Yeah, I don't feel like myself any excuse.
I think that's the cop out. You know, as everybody should, you know, have ability to learn to farm. But farming, I can say, is the backbone of America. I've been to other countries. I've been to Germany, farming there. I've been to Korea, farming there. And also been to Vietnam, farming there. Those people all are farming. Farming first. They realize that without a farm, there's nobody going to be able to be around many years, right? So now, it's very important during these times when the stores can't get stuff, guess what? You can plant it in your backyard. You can plant it in pots. If it takes a little bit of space, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of water, you can grow your own food. So it's very important to be a farmer. I think one of the most important things is a farmer. Hard work, but it's good. It's a good job, good profession.
And to Reverend Betty Jones, glad to have you here. And my cousin Gilbert Walker asked a question. He said, do you plant all 4 seasons? Do you plant all 4 seasons?
We plant in the summer crop, now which we in, like the corn, the butter beans, the squash, tomatoes, cucumbers, all that stuff, peas, okra. In the fall, we plant most of our collard greens, that's turnips, rutabaga, cabbage, kale, all green produce that stand cold weather. The collard greens is one of our special. We specialize in collard greens. So in the fall of the year, that's what we grow. Summer, we go to summer crop. That's what I say. The southern corn, butter beans, okra, tomatoes, squash, cucumbers.
So you let the field rest during the spring?
Yes, well, kind of
early.
We kind of rotate. We kind of rotate crops.
And so right now, even you looking at doing some sugar cane.
Yes, we're in the process of now planting sugar cane. That we planted now in the fall of the year, by October, November, it'll be ready to harvest. So we're just planting it in the ground. As we speak, we are now planting sugar cane.
And an interesting thing also was this, that when I had some young scholars from Georgia Southern University come out here, and what occurred was that they said when we were planting the peas and planting some of the squash and also some of the okra, they said, how long will it take before we start being able to harvest? And what did you tell them?
I don't quite remember, but it takes about 60 days. From planting time to 6 days, you should be harvested. And so on all crops. No later than 6 to 7 days, you should be picking. So the stuff we got now, we end of June, or the first of June, we should be harvested. We already got it planned.
So again, let's repeat what he just said, and that was the part. That's what he told them. It will be 60 days that you can now harvest. 60 days. That's just 2 months. 2 months you're not able to have food stuff. And then also depend on other areas where you are, you can still then go back and plant again. So with regards to that, so 60 days you can have food stuff. That is, for some people, amazing with regards to that. So again, that's what we're saying. the importance of farming, in community farming. And so now we got my grandnephew out here, Quasi. And so, Quasi, I'm just asking this question. What's your thoughts with regards to this? Because again, and I'm gonna say this right here. Quasi is a businessman. He just graduated from Savannah State University, and he's a business major, but got his business degree. So that's why he's gonna be in the business. We're gonna be selling the watermelons and other stuff like that. He's gonna be the agent for that right there. So, what's your thoughts with regards to this, Quasi? I'm saying, as a young person, young adult, not young person, young adult. And what's your thoughts with regards to this? And also, what do you see as the economic element of this right here?
All right, so as far as the economic standpoint, like Mr. Bob said, he said the world cannot move without food. It's like, that's my opinion. It's like one of the top professions you can do. What we need. It's not like a thing that we want, that we have to have. I mean, it's something we have to have. You know what I'm saying? We cannot live our life without farming. Farming is the number one thing. It's the number one thing we have to be talked about. In my opinion, as far as business, if you want to grow a community, you want to grow a nation. Because, a lot of people say we got to rebuild our nation as Black people. You got to talk about farming. You know what I'm saying? Because really, they can, like, they want to stop feeding us, they could instantly. You know what I'm saying? We can't do nothing about it. We don't know how, we don't have a solution for it because most of us don't know how to farm. Speaking of which, come out here, Uncle Bob can teach you how to farm. That's something you need to know. It's a necessity, not a want. And in my opinion, as far as growing food, I mean, it's like, it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about doing it before I came out here. Before I met, well, I need to start back farming because, like I said, anytime if they want to stop eating this, they can do it. So, I'm all for it.
And some of y'all have heard Dr. Ifikon Simon, who is a medical doctor and also a farmer. He said, you can't have a revolution if you can't feed yourself. If you can't feed yourself, you can't have a revolution. And so with regard to this is what you see out here. This is revolutionary. And when some of y'all going to say that you ain't got your 40 acres and a mule, this is an example of having 40 acres and a mule and what it can do. All right, Quasi, go ahead.
I will say this. I drove by here multiple times before. I did not know that this farm was owned by Black folks. I am most definitely amazed and happy that this is a Black-owned farm. So, and as far as he mentioned that the Sherman came through, I learned that like a few months ago, and I thought it was interesting that he brought it up again today. Because Sherman did promise people in the South Carolina, Georgia region off the coast that you'll be given 40 acres in the mule. And at least somebody got it in this region.
And that's why it's important for us to know our history, know our story, and then have a value. So that's why even being right here, when you come to Promised Land, you are a part of history. You're part of history. You're part of what the present, and you're also part of the future. Because 60 days is the future. And that's when you now got some food stuff right there that you can now barter. See, now I'm going to say this right here. Now, I did say that I had thought about letting people come pick some stuff, and I was like, no, shut it down, have you pay. But no, I got to be real about it. My thoughts are, yes, we can barter and trade with that. Guess what? Rodney has somebody, we can barter and trade with regard to that. That's economics right there. That's Ujima. That's cooperative economics right there for us. And again, collective working responsibility. It's Ujima. And that's what Uncle Bob is doing right here, and Uncle Bill is doing, and the whole family of the Johnsons doing it right here. Because y'all can't forget about Aunt Minnie. Don't forget about Aunt Minnie, because she try to handle people too. I'm just let y'all know that. So with regards to this legacy, what is the legacy that you're trying to leave for all of us, Uncle Bob? Your thoughts?
Well, I would like everybody to be a farmer. People have, I see signs side the road, people down the side of the road say, I work for food. I work for food. Really, I work for food. The food is in the field. If you don't work, you won't have food. So my name is, I work for food. I don't mind working for food. Because food, no life, no food, there's no people. So I work. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Brother Rodney, how can someone, what suggestion would you give someone who wants to do something in their backyard? Now, I should say, you and Uncle Bob would give suggestions if somebody want to do it in their backyard. What should they probably do?
Just as simple as finding a space and planting a seed. A lot of my stuff I germinate, and I germinate it in a paper towel and a Ziploc bag. So that's usually what I start off with. I just put the seeds in there. So most people at home got access to, a piece of paper towel and a Ziploc bag. They can find seeds, whether it's from the grocery store or you go and buy seeds or you asking somebody for seeds, somebody giving you seeds, you find some, put it in that wet. You gotta moisten it. Wet towel. Put it inside that Ziploc. Leave it in there for a week. Zip that thing up. Forget about it. Put it on top of the refrigerator or something. Leave it in there for a week. You'll see how it grows. You'll see just how easy it is to get something to germinate. And if it can germinate in a paper towel like that, take that thing a week later, put it in the ground, put it in the water. I mean, not in the water, but put it in some soil and add some water, and you'll see. You'll see magic.
What's your thought? What would you say to Uncle Bob with regard to that person who want to do something in their backyard or do it even in their front yard or on their patio?
I tell you what I did. When I was living on 40th Street in Savannah, my mom lived there. I had a garden. And I was telling my wife, I said, I could have planted part of the garden. She said, don't do the whole yard. So I planted a little bit. And I started increasing. So I planted collard greens in the backyard. I planted collard greens in the front yard. I had collard greens in pots sitting on the porch. I had collard greens on the lot beside me. And it's just a growing thing. It grows on you. So, yes, you probably should learn how to plant. This actually grows on you. This something I enjoy. It just grows, in my old age now, I can sit back and see what things that I missed when I was a child coming up. And I want my children to be able to enjoy some of this before they get my age. So you start young, you can learn to appreciate it when you get this age.
So I'm gonna share something with you all about the Luo people, and some of y'all may have heard me talk about the Luo people in Kenya. Well, they discussed that they send their children to school to get an education, but then also what happened for the children, they are taught, the girls are taught a certain trade, a craft, and the boys are taught a craft also. So they say, Jamal, because what will happen if they lose their job, guess what? They still have the ability to take care of their families because they have that craft, they have that ability. So that's why now listening to you and being exposed to you, that I go and say that, again, for some of us, I'm saying those of us, I'm not saying everybody now, those of us, $20 a month to rent a row, for you to plant some food stuff that you can have in 60 days, you will see that $20 has expanded into something else. And if you choose to then sell some of it, guess what? You have some pocket change. And then just like how Gilbert asked the question, that when the other seasons come in, you can still rotate with Scott to something else. So there's $20 per row, but guess what? You can still go and do a little bit more with regards to that. And so that's why I tried to do this.
Talk about the size of the row, like how long it is. There's anywhere from about 130 to 150 feet. So I mean, you're getting a long row. You can grow a lot in 150, feet.
And that is business right there. So, and that's business that you can still be able to take care of yourself. I have some means to take care of yourself and your family. So that's why I now want to move on to this element right here, with regards to how does this help younger people with regards to, and when I'm saying the generations, how do you think that this helps younger people with regards to farming? How does it help the next generation?
Everybody needs a foundation. Without a foundation, you can't build. And farming is a foundation. You start right on the foundation, and you start building on it. And then when you build it, you start being humble. It's like a mushroom. It's a mushroom out. It started growing on people. And you learn this, and once you learn it, it's sort of like riding a bicycle. You never forget it. It's something back in your mind. So I remember when I was a child coming up, my granddad and my grandmama took me out on the farm, and he showed me how to do this. Showed me how to raise chickens, showed me how to gather eggs, how to raise hogs. Those things is very important. So farming is your foundation. Farming is where you need to start at. And then if you got a solid foundation, you won't worry about sinking. So you build your house, you build on a rock. You build your house, you build on a farm. Farming is very what everybody needs. Without farming, people will perish.
Okay, all right. So now I have to ask this: how can folks get in touch with you all, Uncle Bob, if they want to rent a row? How can they do that? Or they want to come get the items? Where do they need to come? What do they need to do? What's the process for that?
All they need to do is come to the farm. A telephone number is listed on Facebook. And come to the farm, it's 269 Monteith Road in Portland, Georgia. Come to the farm. We be here on weekdays from about 9 to 5, except Sunday. And Saturday will be on sometime on Saturday. So anytime during the week, you can call me, you know, and let you know where I'm at, and you come out and see what's going on. If you like to come out and sign up, be a farmer, learn to be a farmer, we're here. And we're here to help you.
And again, Promised Land Farms, they're on Facebook. They're on Facebook. From the Promised Land Farm, they're on Facebook, because some of y'all checking us out on Facebook. And also, you get the address is 269 Monty Road, right here in Fort Wentworth, Georgia. So it's here for you. $20 a month per row. That's $20. That means 2 rows, you pay $40 a month. But again, you grow whatever you like. And that's, again, that is the part of the legacy, what they're doing right here. And I'm going to say to Brother Rodney, what's the legacy that you think that folks should take from this?
I don't know, just community involvement. You know, working on something that's bigger than yourself. You know, and teaching my children that effort. You know, how it's important to sacrifice and give of yourself for the betterment of your community. You know, when my children come out here and they spend time, you know, hoeing. I mean, it ain't necessarily easy work, but I think at the end of the day, they enjoy it because they see, you know, their parents out here giving of their time, volunteering their time, you know, for a greater good, which I believe is, you know, being able to, being a good example of Black sustainable farmers and being able to sustain these, you know, these farming practices. It's something that's very important, you know, to be a part of. That's why my family would be a part of it as well.
And so, Quasi, what do you think would be a legacy also that people can take from this?
I would say, Bob said, everybody needs a strong foundation. He said, farm is a strong foundation. And so, like you said, we want to rebuild our nation. We have to have a foundation first. And the Promised Land, and I personally named it for Raising the Promised Land. This could be our foundation. I believe that everybody should at least come out here and visit at least one time and to see the Promised Land. You know? And
so, yes, indeed. And there's a lot that's going on here. There's a lot happening in our area. We need to be appreciative of this again, because again, it is the Johnson family, Uncle Bob, Uncle Bill, and many. They're making it happen. This is part, again, legacy for us. And so, Quasi kind of threw it out there. So I just want to say, Uncle Bob, what if somebody come out here, they never farmed before in their life, they don't know nothing. They don't know about nothing about tilling, fertilizer, they don't know nothing. But they do say, hey, I saw the show, I want to rent a row, I want to plant me some okra. Will you help them?
You know, in the military, we used to come into the airport and there was landing, there was a truck with a sign on it, and the aircraft landed. It's to follow me. So we follow the aircraft into the park and protecting the spot. So come out to me, follow me, and I tell you what I know and show you what I know best I can. So if you come out and follow me, then you'll learn something. Everyone's having a good time at the farm. Learn how to grow something.
And Reverend Betty Jones said, what vegetables do you suggest that a newbie who knows nothing about farming should grow? What should a newbie do? What vegetables would you suggest for a newbie, a new person just not engaging in farming?
Well, N-type seed, N-type plant, you can come, but it does not be any special plant. You just got to take the soil, water, and sunlight. And when we first started farming, way back when, we had daycare came out, and that little small kid. And we asked, when Eminem is busy about it, we asked him a question, where does this stuff grow at? And the child said, it grows at M&M. So she planted some squash. And she came back when the time squash ready, she was harvesting squash. So she put my child in garden. She planted it, and she came back on a bush, and she harvested it. So, just like I said, it doesn't take a genius. It doesn't take a willing mind. You know, somebody's willing to do it.
Okay. Now, for some of you heard when he say M&M today was a supermarket in Savannah, but today is now known as Kroger's. Yeah, Kroger's bought out M&M supermarket here. So that one say the child said, where the squash come from? Child said from M&M supermarket. And so that child, as you just shared, that child now planted some squash and then harvest the squash. So Reverend Betty Jones is whatever you're willing to do, and that they will help you. Now, my cousin Gilbert Walker, he asked the question, what medicine plant, medicinal plants and herbs that are planted? So now I share this with you, Gilbert, that I've seen people have various herbs out here. So again, it's whatever you desire. But Uncle Bob, we want to know what are probably the better medicine, medicinal plants and herbs to plant out here.
You got to talk to her, man.
Okay. All right. So so we should cast over to Rodney. So yeah.
Yeah, we grew when we rented the road. My family rented the road in the past. We've grown holy basil. I think it's called Tulsi. We've also grown a lot of sorrel, hibiscus out here, and that has a lot of medicinal value as far as high blood pressure, reducer. A lot of, I mean, your food should be your medicine. So I mean,
right.
Yeah, that's kind of the answer. We're growing a lot of awesome foods out here. I like to grow okra. I like to see the okra grow tall, big, and to me it has beautiful flowers. So that's something that I look forward to seeing.
See now, those y'all from Hilton Head, y'all family from Hilton Head, y'all know okra sting you up. Rodney trying to be funny. He know okra sting you up. Y'all know we talk about okra sting you up. But yes, we do like okra. We do like okra. But yeah, okra sting you up.
Yeah,
and so,
you got to know how to treat it.
So, but again, as we shared, that people have a variety of things out here right now. Some people got corn, some people got carrots, some people got squash, some people got zucchini. So there's a variety of stuff. Like I said, I got peas, I got also cucumber, watermelon, okra, various types of okra forms, and then also some squash. So yeah, Rodney also gave me some pumpkins from Bahia, from Brazil. I ain't plant that yet because Uncle Bob told me not to plant that yet. Now he told me. He said, don't plant that yet. So I'm going to wait to plant that. So, but again,
It's unlimited. You know, I mean, I've been fortunate enough, Mr. Roosevelt Brownlee hooking up with a lot of other seeds and using a lot of those out here. So I'm looking forward to it. I think to me, that's an important part too, to keep that connectivity, with your ancestors through the seeds. The seeds can be that connectivity, that tangible connection. And then with my wife being from South America, growing a lot of her native things is once again keeping that family connection. Growing things that she's familiar with. I greatly appreciate being in the zone that we're in Georgia because it allows me to grow a lot of things, tropical things that where I'm from in Maryland, I may not have been able to grow it. So I appreciate it.
So yeah, and Rodney mentioned brothers Kwesi, Chef Kwesi farmer also, and Kwesi, let y'all know this, he does backyard farming. And he's so successful that he also able to grow rice. He grows rice too. So, and that's just to share this with you, Dave. So, Reverend Betty Jones, that's like Uncle Bob saying, whatever you are willing to do, you can make that happen. And so to Gilbert, whatever you want to plant, whatever you got the desire, bam, you go and plant it right here, Promised Land Farm, $20 a month with regards to everyone out there. We said all these share this information because guess what? And some of y'all saw what happened when we had the pandemic. That again, many of us were threatened with regards to how we're going to take care of ourselves, how we're going to feed ourselves. We were threatened with that right there. And so guess what? That is a sign for you to understand. You might need to come to the promised land to be able to fulfill that promise of taking care of yourself and your family. So what we're going to do, Uncle Bob, any other words that you want to share with our audience, the people who are looking, checking us out, any words that you want to share with them? Oh, excuse me, Uncle Bob, one thing. Uncle Bob, has Julius Hall ever come out here to do any farming? Julius Hall?
He been here. Actually, not farming. He been here in support of. But I'd love to see him come out here and plant, get a rope, and see what he can do. And when you have to be able to train the people. He can grow it first, and he can train some of the other people in Savannah how to grow. So I'm looking for him to come out He ran his rope.
You heard that,
leader.
You heard that, Julius Hall? You heard that? But anyway, I'm gonna say this to you, Julius Hall. But excuse me, Uncle Bob, I'm gonna tell you. Julius Hall went to Tompkins High School. They don't like farming. They say they're scared of dirt. People from Tompkins.
I went to Central High School.
Central in Macon?
No, in Springfield.
Oh, 1963.
No, 67. I came out of high school.
No, I'm just saying they won the state champ. Central High School in Springfield. The boys and girls won the state championships in basketball. Just let y'all know that. See that's little Jamal. That little Jamal do that. So I'm just throwing it out there. So, but he from Tompkins High School. Julius Hall from Tompkins. Tompkins people. Oh, he told me he coming. He said we're gonna wait and see, Uncle Bob. We're gonna wait and see. We're gonna wait and see.
Like the Lion Man said, I'll see you when you do.
So yes. So so any words that you want to leave with the folks, Uncle Bob, that people need to know? Any other words of inspiration, thoughts?
Well, we say it a whole lot. If it ever come out and make a start, your first step is your start. Make that first step, and then come out and see if you like it. You don't have to like it, but don't wait until you get old and then wish you had done it. Come out now and see what's going on, and you may love it.
All right, Brother Rodney, any thoughts that you have to share? Words of enlightenment, inspiration?
No, Promised Land Farms to me it's a real jewel. And a lot of times, once again, not being from this area, when I started asking people about it, I was surprised on the fact that a lot of folks just didn't know it was here, or they knew it was here and they referenced like the collard green festivals that they had, maybe like a decade ago. But it's still here, it's still a very significant place. We're doing some archaeology. We didn't even talk about that. Doing some archaeology and history. It's just an amazing place. I hope everybody will get a chance to experience it. That $20 a month rental program, I don't think you can beat that.
And Quasi, any thoughts, any inspiration words of enlightenment you want to give the folks?
Yeah, just come out here. Just me sitting out here right now. I'm getting hungry. I'm hungry right now. Now I'm not lying. Dead serious. So yeah, just come out.
And I like to say this, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got time. Yes, sir.
$20 a road. It's better than getting food stamps. $20 is better than getting food stamps. Come out here, you can get yourself off of food stamps. You can stand up and walk. So it's something that you get something fresh from the farm every day. And guess what? It came from you. It's better than anything anybody give you. Kennedy said, that's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Is that right? So come do something for yourself. Come on, get a start. That's what I like to say.
People need to start cooking up. You need to start by cooking. Yeah, it's a lot of people that like to go out and eat. I like to go out and eat too, but at least I still cook. Most of the time. So a lot of people need to come out and buy some vegetables or grow their own vegetables and then take it home and cook more. A lot of drive-throughs are full and packed, and lines belong out into the street. Cook, please.
This line should be long too, right? Is it?
Yeah.
And I'll share something. Najee Enzi, who's Captain Black in New Orleans, who's a superhero in New Orleans, he said something decades ago. He said that, it got to be something wrong with our society that we have supermarkets and health food stores. He said, we got supermarkets, but then we also got health food stores. Something's wrong with our society. Should not, like you said, right. That's right. So that's what this is about. This is your health food right here. And that what's growing out here, this is pretty much organic. And this has been our story. African-American farmers have had to be organic farmers anyway. So we look at it like it's something brand new. But our people have been organic farmers for centuries because we cannot get those chemicals that they had used for other people. So we had to be natural farmers. And so that's what goes on, that make sure that you plant enough that even a deer and other wildlife can enjoy also. You got a lot for you too. So again, this is the Rental Road program at Promised Land Farm, the Promised Land Farm here, 269 Monte Road here in Port Wentworth, Georgia. And they're online. They're on Facebook. Again, the Promised Land Farm. Contact them. And if you now want to take that venture into it, You got resources here with Uncle Bob and Uncle Bill who can help guide you and shape you. Even when I come out here, as I said, to get seeds, they'll put you to work. So you'll learn the way. So again, but if you say you can't work it, they'll still be right there for you to help guide you. And so that's why this is an honor right here. This is sacred land right here for us. This is a sacred space for us to be here, and it's an honor for us to be here. And oh, guess what? Some of y'all might not be able to see. Some of y'all see where we're at right now. Y'all see, y'all know where we're at. You see Uncle Bob, he on the steps right here. You got Rodney and Quasi right here. We underneath the veranda. We underneath the porch right here. That is African tradition right there. We sit with the elders, we sit with the leaders in our community, and we now have a conversation. So that's why this is a special one. Tell that. And so we're so glad to be here at Promised Land Farm, Uncle Bob. We appreciate it. And of course, you're going to see us because many of us still got stuff we got to still grow and harvest and take care of.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you. And Mr. Hall said he'll see you, but the blind man is going to wait to see him. All right. This has been Run Tell That, Brother Rodney Parker. And Rodney's an archaeologist. Let y'all know the archaeologist right here. Got Quasi Jones right here. Quasi in the house. Quasi is a recent graduate of Savannah State University. About to go and get his master's right now. He's about to make it. So that way he's going to be my agent. And then you got Uncle Bob, the caretaker, the maintainer, the custodian, and the legacy of Promised Land Farm. This has been Run Tell That. We see y'all. Peace and blessings. We're out.
Like this.